Welcome back on this glorious and amazing day. Why am I anxious? What a painful question. Why am I anxious? Why am I not living and just being? So we talked about last week about how focusing on your breath can be very beneficial. And I thought I will go off our path just for 1 week and talk about this concept about focusing on your breathing. The way I look at this concept is that we have 2 pairs of eyes. We have one pair of eyes that everyone uses, which is to see what you're putting into your mouth, to see where you're walking, not to hurt yourself. Then there's another pair of eyes, which I would call imagination, which you can imagine things that are not in front of you, or you could actually use those eyes to feel what's inside of you. So I don't know yet of a method that I could actually focus where my liver is, where my splint is, where my kidney is. But there's one thing definitely we can focus is, for example, when we breathe through our nose, so we could feel the air go straight up. When we breathe, we can feel what's going on the inside. Now think of it for a moment, how our physical eyes of flesh are so abused 100% of the day that we're using our eyes is never on ourselves. It's never about what's happening in my world. It's, oh, look at this person's car. What happens then? Jealousy. Well, the jealousy doesn't come because you used your eyes. The jealousy comes because you don't see yourself. But definitely the eyes is a great tool for jealousy. Oh, look what she is wearing. Oh, I wish I could afford that. Oh my gosh, look at their boat. Look what they have. Look what they have. Look what they have. So the eyes, the physical eyes that are meant to make our lives so much more exciting, to see colors, to see food, to see our direction, to prevent us from getting hurt or getting trapped or getting stuck. Those eyes are actually going against us. They're hurting us. When we spend, well, at first, if it's literally 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes a week, it's amazing. And as you get used to it, you're going to want to do it more. It becomes addictive to spend time with the greatest lover in your life, which is yourself. I must confess, this work I've only started myself 6-7 years ago. And I remember if I sat there for a few minutes, it was a big thing. Then it was years ago where I sat camping 6 in the morning and I said, I just want to have a cup of coffee. I just want to have a cup of coffee and I'm just going to sit there and do nothing. No phone, no nothing. Just be with me. Meditate. Notice my breath and other techniques that I use for meditation. For that time, it was a shock where when I opened my eyes, it was 9 o'clock. That wasn't 3 hours, but it was so much filled with enjoyment. The other day, I took off from work and I said I need some me time, and I decided very similar. 7 o'clock in the morning, 2 hours after I got up, I decided I'm going to spend whatever time I just need with me. And I really thought, my gut told me, within an hour or two, you're fine. By the time I opened up my eyes and realized what's going on, it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So as the months and years goes on, I'm finding this time is becoming just amazing. This past summer, it wasn't directly it wasn't consistent and focused hour after hour, but it was 3 days, basically not doing too many activities. I just did a little bit of boating, a drop of hiking, but it was mainly just being. So instead of using our eyes to be jealous, to hurt us, to look around us, let's connect to self. So when we actually focus on the air going in and out, it's actually the only activity we really do as humans that we focus physically on the inner flesh. We focus. There's a lot of it similar with emotions and so on and so forth. But this is the only one that we're actually focusing on our inner flesh, which is absolutely outstanding, absolutely and amazing. And definitely that helps tremendously for tranquility, which when there is tranquility, anxiety has no room because tranquility prevails and anxiety says, I guess I gotta go somewhere else. There's no room for me. Thanks for joining and have yourself a wonderful and delightful day. And I hope you too one day will fall in love with the greatest love of your life, the one you see in the mirror. And always remember, you are greater than you think you are.